Okay, guys, let me introduce you to a system today that I really think you're going to love. It's called the Whirly-Gig Fortune Flipper. Welcome to the Whirly-Gig Fortune Flipper strategy. Okay, the strategy structures your play into 3 escalating tiers, each with specific goals and increased risk. Okay, so tier 1 is going to be the Wobbly Wheel Watcher. You're going to have a goal, and you're going to spend most of your time on tier 1. Okay, the reason is you're going to set a profit of 20 units. So if you're betting $1 units, $20. You're betting $10 units, 200. Okay, once you've reached that profit goal, it activates tier 2, and you go into the tier 2, the Lucky Leech Leap. And what you'll be doing is you're going to be flat betting the best of 5 on the red odd. Except your bets will be 3 units on the red odd. So for a total of 6 units, and you'll start your flat betting there. Now the pushes will count as not. So out of the 5 possible chances of winning and losing, you're trying to get the best of 5. So 3 wins will bring you to step 3, and 3 losses will bring you back to tier 1, where you restart and try to get another $20 or 20 unit profit. Okay, super simple. You should still be in profit after you complete tier 3, but let's get through it and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, super simple. The first bet is going to be, we're going to have progression stops on these first bet on the first tier. And basically on the Wobbly Wheel Watcher, what you're going to do is you're going to have stop losses, and I'll explain them as we get a lot of the pushes on this level. So you'll have 3 loss opportunities like we just lost right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to double. We'll go to 40. If we lose this, we double one more time and we go to 80. If we lose the $80 bet, we regress back down to our original bet, which was 10, and you double it to 20. And you take 3 shots doubling there. If you lose, you go back to 20 and you double it and make it 40. And then your shots will be 40, 80, 160. Okay? So as you can see, we lost 3 already. So now we're going to go 10, 20, 10, 20. We're on the second step of tier 1. You cannot go back to the first step. Okay? Getting a lot of red odds here, as you can see. So we're just going to double and spin. With $10, you're going to have a $2,000 bankroll system. You could play this with a $200 bankroll system if you wanted to. With we're at negative 10, 20. We won. When you win, you go back down to where you were on the step process. So we're on step 2 of tier 1. So you start at 20, and you just stay there. And now we're trying to get to 200. Okay, then 14. There we go. That's a loss, or that's a push. I apologize. So we're still on tier 2, trying to get to 200, and we need some black evens to come up. Okay. So we're going to be betting 20, 40, and 80. So your total bet's going to be obviously double of that because you have 2 bets. So we lost that bet. So then it's going to go 40, 80, 160. So we'll go 20, 40, 80. If we lose the 80, we go back down to 20 and double it. Okay? So here's our last double. The 80, as you can see it's $80 per unit. So if we lose this, we go back down and we put $40 per unit, which we did. So now we go back and we put $40 a unit on even and black. And eventually it'll come up. Now, the nice thing about this system is the more you lose, the easier it is to get to your goal, because you're not allowed to step back on the steps. See, right now we're at 40 and 40, so we're going to go 40, 80, 160 on each bet if we lose. But we're still on we're on step 3 of tier 1. because we lost the first 2 steps. There we go. There's a win. Okay. So we just stay at this bet and we spin. You know, a couple more wins. It doesn't seem like we're going to, you know, we're $80. We're only 260 down, but we've really had some bad luck. Hit a lot of, as you saw, we had a lot of red numbers up there, and we hit a lot of red odd numbers. So that'll do it, but it didn't sync the system. Didn't sync it at all. Again, you got a $2,000 bankroll with this system. Now we lost that, so now we go to $80 a piece on the bets for 160 total. So we respin. Bet. We'll get to that 200 unit profit or 20 unit profit here real quick. Okay, as you can see, we're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. Once you win, you go back to step 3, the first bet. Okay, until you lose, and then you double. Okay, there's a win. So we got another $80. There's another win. There's another 80. So we're working our way up. And there's a loss. So we're going to double up. Again, you will be spending most of your time on tier 1, the wobbly wheel watcher. There's 160, so we're at 60, so we just go back down to 40 and 40. Now we get our 3 attempts. Again, we're trying to get to 200, and as you can see, we made up our ground a little bit there. We only need $140. So it will cycle, so you just have to have patience. Okay, there's a loss. You want those red numbers to hit on tier 2 and tier 3, red odds, not tier 1. And again, on tier 3 or tier 2 or tier 3, you don't have to bet the red. You can bet the black even if you choose. Okay, here we go. That's a loss. Or I'm sorry, a push. Rebet and spin. There we go. 140, 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. We're spinning. Now you could only, technically you can only play the wobbly wheel watcher. You do not have to do the other tiers because as you can see, it does make a nice little profit for you. Just have to have patience. Okay, here we go. We're at $60. This win should get us over there, get us close. And rebet. It should get us over because we're at 60. We're going to win 160. So if we hit this, we'll be at 220. There you go. Now we're at 220, so we can start step 2. Or I'm sorry, we could start tier 2. Okay? And tier 2 is the Lucky Leech Leap. Okay? And all you're doing is you're betting odd, red, flat betting it, and you're doing the best of 5. Okay? So we're 0 for 1. That's considered a loss. So we rebet and spin. Again, 3 losses or 3 wins out of the best of 5 get you to your goal. That's a loss. That's 2 losses. Okay, we rebet and spin. We've got to win the next 3 or we start back at tier 1. There's your 3rd loss. We start back at tier 1. But guess what, guys? We're at $40. So now we have to be at 240. So you start over again, and we're going to be at 240, and we're spinning. So now our goal is to get to $240. And rebet and spin. Bet and spin. Here's a 22. That'll get us a little bit. We've got to get to 240. Here's a loss, so we rebet and double. Man, we're looking for black evens, not green. There's a loss, and we double. But we win this, we could still be back at the $10 at our base step 1 level, which we did. Excellent. Okay, so we just step it back down to 10 and 10. We're trying to get to 240. There's 100. We need 140 now. Rebet and spin. Okay, there's a loss, so we're going to double. And spin. And we're on the Wobbly Wheel Watcher, tier 1, step 1. Okay, rebet and spin. So we're going to be 10 and 10. We're at 120, trying to get to 240, halfway there. That's our 20 unit profit plus our $40 that we had from the last time we played and won. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Black even. And rebet and spin. Just got to have patience with this system. There's going to be a lot of pushes, so you try to take advantage of your losses and by doubling up, but you only do it to 3 levels, then we go back down. Okay, so we're at 140. We're still at 10 and 10. We're spinning, and the nice thing about this, we're making money even though it's slow. And our bets aren't getting, our bankroll hasn't been really affected tremendously. $2,000 bankroll. Okay, we're at 160, rebet and spin. Trying to get to 240. Just have patience, work this part of the system, and then the other part is where you're going to try to make your money. Just double up. Oh, we don't need to double. I apologize. We're at 10 and 10. That was a push. Okay, there's a 2. We're at 180. Rebet and spin. I think we got down 370. So for the amount we were betting, wasn't too bad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Black even. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get up there. Okay, now we're at 200. Let's get to, oh, did I make that bet right? Let me check and see. Could have fouled that up. No, I did. Excellent. We made it. We're at 220. We need $20 more. We'll hit our 240 goal. We can start tier 2. The Lucky Leech Leap. Okay, I'm going to double because we lost. And we're spinning. There we go. We hit it. Excellent. $40. We're at 240. Let's go ahead and start our Lucky Leech Leap. Basically, it's just best of 5. Let's go best of 5 flat betting. Change it up. Now we're 0 for 1. Had so much trouble hitting the black evens on tier 1. Let's see how we do on tier 2. Probably eat them up. Now we're even. Now it turns out to best of 3. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's a push. We don't count that. We're still at the best of 3. We need 2 red odd wins or 2 black even losses. There's 1 loss. And there's a second loss. Okay, so we restart tier 1. We're up $120, so we need to get to 200, so we need to be at 320. So you go 10 and 10. We'll get to tier 3. And then once we get to tier 3, then I can stop the video and I'll show you how to play it. And win or lose, you'll get to see how it works. Okay, here's a push, a rebet. There's another loss. We're trying to get to 340, I believe it was. Push. Rebet, spin. I think we're at 120. We're trying to get to 320. Well, let's get to 340. It's not going to hurt anything, that making a little additional profit. Again, this is a patient system. As you can see, our session profit hasn't really fluctuated drastically. We're still playing for our goal in profit. Okay, and rebet, spin. Okay, there we go. Hit it. Okay, X at 140. We'll be at 10 and 10. We need to get to 320. We'll play to 320. Okay, that's a push. Okay, that's a loss. And that's a red odd. So we're going to double. Again, super safe. Take your time. Might be bored. You might be bored for playing this system. You could play this system when you're drunk, actually, if you could remember the counts. Because the betting's so easy. And this is our last attempt on this step 1 of tier 1. And see if we can get a win here. If not, we just go up to tier 2. Or, I'm sorry, step 2 of tier 1. The 20, the 40, and the 80. Step 3 is going to be 40, 80, 160. But we won. So we go 10 and 10. And we spin. We're at 160, trying to get to 320, halfway there. Okay, that's a loss. We're going to double. Okay, that's going to be a push or a spin. A lot of pushes. Rebet, spin. Here's a win. Okay, so we'll go 10 and 10, and we're spinning. Here's another win. Now we're at 200. Need to get to 320. Okay, 22. There we go. Now we need 100. Those black evens got to start hitting sooner or later. There's an odd red. It's a loss. We're going to double up. Trying to get to 320. That is a push. Rebet and spin. Here's 11. That's going to be a push. I'll rebet and spin. As you can see, you can play this system for a long, long time. Unless you get a tremendous losing streak. But the progression that I set up on the first tier seems to help. You guys let me know what you think. Trying to get to 320. We're on the second bet of the first step. We're going back to the first bet of the first step because we won. We're at 240, 10 and 10. There's an 8. There's 260. Only need $60 more, guys. Revert and spin. There's 11. It's going to be a push. Revert, spin. Nine, so we're going to double. We're spinning to win. Let's go, let's go. 2, excellent. Okay, and we can go back down. 280. If it's going too slow for you guys, you can actually stay at that $40 bet on each level if you wanted to, and continue to move up on the losses instead of resetting back to the step 2 or 1 tier 1 bet wherever you are in the step process. Okay, so right now we're on the tier 1 still trying to get to 320. Need a black even. There's 1. There's 300. One more win and we're there. We start the process of the Lucky Leech Leap, which is just flat betting, because you know leeches can't leap. And there we go. Got it. 320. So we're going to go 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Let's get 5. Let's get 3 wins out of 5. Minimum. The nice thing about this system, it's a push. If you get your 3 wins first, you can try for the additional 2. If you lose, no sweat off your back. You'd still go to tier 3. Okay, there's 1 win. On our way to tier 3, the Grand Giddy Up Gamble. And here we go. We're pushing. That's 1. So just keep a count in your head. Now we're back down to 0. So it becomes the best of 3. Okay. Now we're up 1. Rebet and spin. And we missed that. It's a push. Rebet and spin. Now we're down. So this next spin determines it again. Come on, red odds, so I can show them tier 3, the Grand Giddy Up Gamble. Let's go. Red, but it was even. So let's try again. $19, excellent. Okay, let's go to step 3, the Grand Giddy Up Gamble. Pick 8 red odd numbers or 8 red even numbers of your choice. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to play these 8 right here. Okay, and I'm missing, let's put 23 or 9 or 21. Let's go 9. Okay, you got 3 spins, 3 attempts. 18 red even, missed it. That's 1. Okay, rebet, spin. Okay, come on, red odd. That's black even. Okay, that's 2. Respond, and we're spinning. 31. We missed it. Okay, so we just start back over. You can see we're at $140 profit. We're still in profit here, but now you have to be at the 340 stage. So you get the process of how to play the system. You'll be really surprised if you hit the tier 3, the Grand Giddy Up Gamble, because that's going to pay you a pretty nice sum. It's going to be $360 minus the amount, the $70 that you had bet. So it'll pay off pretty nice, and then you'll be set for the day, and you could just either restart and play, or you can just call it a day. Again, I hope you like this system. It's a newer system. It's got a pretty good progression on the Wobbly Wheel Watcher, I think. You guys let me know what you think. But this is the Whirly-Gig Fortune Flipper. Please let me know what you think. If you can make the system better, do it. Also, if you like the infotainment I am supplying, please subscribe to the channel. And last but not least, make sure that you're betting. If you go to a casino, you're betting with money you can afford to lose, because none of these systems will ever get advantage over the house on the money side, because they shorten the odds to their favor. Okay, this will help you with bankroll management. These are what these systems are designed to do. Okay, you guys let me know what you think about this system. The Whirly-Gig Fortune Flipper. It's a serious system with a funny name, just so you can remember it. I thought the Lucky Leap was actually pretty funny, since you're just flat betting. But that's just me. You guys tell me what you think. Have a great day, guys. Thanks. Bye.